Well, let's turn our attention now to another major conflict brewing on the continent. In Sudan, fierce fighting in the southern and western regions has claimed more than 60 lives. Now, medics there say at least 40 people were killed and about 70 wounded in South Kordofan State by artillery fire on the state capital, Kadugli, on Monday. Now, officials say the city controlled by the Sudanese army was targeted by a faction of the Sudanese People's Liberation Movement North, which has clashed with both the army and the paramilitary rapid support forces throughout the conflict. In a separate incident, a medical source said at least 25 people were killed and more than 60 wounded in a military airstrike in the western region of Darfur on Monday. Now, that attack occurred in the Sinema district of the South Darfur capital, Nyala. It is an area controlled by the RSF. In a statement on Monday, the RSF accused the army of using barrel bombs against civilians in several neighborhoods in Nyala. The army did not immediately issue a response to this, but both sides have repeatedly denied targeting civilians at all. Monday's attacks in South Kordofan and Darfur also come amid intensified fighting between the army and, of course, the RSF in Khartoum. Well, let's now link up with our correspondent, Momen Aimaki. He's joining us live now from Port Sudan. Momen, great to have you as always. Now, of course, one of these attacks has been blamed on SPLM North fighters in South Kordofan and one airstrike in South Darfur's capital, Nyala. What more can you tell us about these latest killings?
Yes, true. And maybe we can say that these days the situation is getting worse and worse for the Sudanese citizens across the country. Especially in Darfur, where 67 people were killed by the RSF hands and another 38 were killed by the Sudanese army airplanes yesterday in Nyala, the capital of North Darfur State. These attacks and these tragic attacks can be read within the RSF intention and advancement towards the capital of North Darfur State, Fasher. During the past days, this city has witnessed several attacks. Yesterday alone, it had witnessed 3 attacks, and the Sudanese army was able to repel them, and 2 of the key leaders in the RSF died in this attack. These attacks and this advancement always come with a heavy bill on the citizens. Every day in Al-Fasher, we witness a new death toll, and we witness a new death toll also in South Darfur.
Well, thank you so much, Momen, for that update. That's, of course, is Momen Al-Maki joining us live there in Port Sudan. We'll certainly continue to monitor that situation going forward. Now, let's shift to Uganda. The country has begun a vaccination drive against Ebola, and that's after